How's it going, guys? It is Foxy98 here, and welcome back to a brand new round of F1 2020 Subscriber Championship. We're here for round number 5, which was the Randomizer Grand Prix, actually. Initially on the Subscriber Championship calendar, we were going to race around Silverstone, but I decided to spice it up a little bit and just completely randomize the race round. So I put all of the tracks into a draw, and it drew out Abu Dhabi. So here we are, and as you can see, we're currently going through into qualifying, and I've decided pretty much probably for the rest of the season, I'm just going to qualify on the medium compound tyres. Why? Because I genuinely don't care, and I just want to just have some fun racing, and that's the whole purpose of this series. You know, we've got those people that are at the front and are super duper sweaty just because they're quick and they do lots of racing, and then there's people like me who just want to have some clean racing. So we're going to go on the medium compound tyres, but as you can see, I am currently struggling, and this was in the midst of me literally rushing to actually get back home. I actually delayed this race by a good like half hour or so, and I came back and I was like, wait everybody, I need to do one lap at Silverstone just so I can understand what the car feels like, and as you can see, I clearly still don't understand what the car feels like. But we're here to qualify now, and if you end up enjoying today's video, by the way, feel free to drop it a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here as well. Like I said, and I'll be saying it for many videos to come, the more that you guys can support the channel by dropping a like on the video, the better it is for the YouTube algorithm, and it will just help try and push out my videos to more people. So if you want to see me try and continue to grow and get back onto a growing path, starting off by liking the video every single time that you possibly can is absolutely crucial, and it really helps me out. But as you can see, qualifying is complete, and I mean, my lap was terrible anyway, but despite it being absolutely terrible, Abu Dhabi is an absolute knob for track extensions and track limits, so it's actually P5. That's not too bad, considering how far off the pace we're going to be in just a minute. I don't know, what's that? It's just 0.3 of a second, is it? That's only 0.3 of a second. It's not too bad. If we were on the soft compound tyres, we would have got pole position quite easily there. Not too bad. We can skip past that. Stop highlighting it. Tom, cut. Stop showing it. I mean, everyone else got disqualified, so it's absolutely not that bad. So we'll take it. But as you can see then, we are on the grid now here to start this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. So let's see what happens. Here we go then. We have got ourselves 5 red lights, and it is now lights out, and away we go then for the start of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. It's been a decent getaway from most people, not from me though actually. It was actually quite a bad start. I got a bit delayed off the line, and as you can see now, we get a little bit of a whack there from the Haas. It was very minimal contact, but it was contact nonetheless, and now we're trying to make our way through. A zombie there tries to go around the outside of us and actually makes contact with my car now as we go through in towards the first chicane here. You can see that we're fighting away with Big Dar and the Williams, and I'm trying to force him wide, but he's having absolutely none of it and sticks his car in there, and we've dropped to 7th place now, so we've lost 2 places off that opening phase there, so not the best start for us so far. But as we go on to this back straight now, you can see here that Robin leads, Hazza, Callisto, Lion, Big Dar, no, it's not Big Dar, someone else, and then Big Dar, sorry, I can't remember who's in the Haas to be honest, but we're going down the inside now of the Williams driver. He has to cut a little bit of the second chicane there and made the apex quite tight, hoping that he would like have to fully back out of it, but he decided, I guess, to take the track extension warning and crack on with the race there as we now go through in towards this end of the middle sector here. He tries to come back at me though in towards this triple chicane, but it's very easy for me to defend that position, especially when he's not fully side by side. It was sort of like a half-hearted, let me see if I can just try and get myself back in the mix there, as we now go through in towards the end now onto this final sector here, which is pretty much where the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix circuit is ruined, really. It's just so fidgety and stupid. It just doesn't really need to be there. And it's pretty much what makes most of the racing rounds here awful, as we get our first track extension.
Been awarded a time penalty for that last incident.
That's the first time that I got a track extension warning come up on my screen, and we have a 3-second time penalty already. Are you actually kidding me? I don't understand this game sometimes, man. I just don't. That's the first time it came up saying, you've got a track extension though. It's Bacon Boys there. Was going through the first sector then, and he's got onto the curb there. and he's gone straight into the wall, so really bad stuff there from him, and that's a free position there, up into P4, which is 5 now, which is absolutely lovely, and now we'll press on with it, and now we're onto the back of Callisto here on lap 4. We're up into P4 now, so somewhere Lion has gone missing. I wonder if he had an issue and I didn't capture the footage. I can't remember, but anyway, Callisto here struggling a little bit now on his tyres. You can see that he's getting a little bit of wheel spin now through some corners, and this is the crossover phase now, when the medium compound tyres start to come into their own a little bit now, as we open up the DRS here on Callisto, and as you can see, we are absolutely going to just breeze past him, and I don't think he even fought that one, and I realised that, so I didn't even bother fighting a bit. He has to watch out for Hayden, though, who is directly behind him, as I go late on the brakes into this corner. I really struggled around the whole circuit, really, to just feel comfortable in my car. And as you can see now, we're onto the back straight now here. Hayden has got DRS, so I'm having to use all of my ERS to defend against it. But I don't need to defend against it because the virtual safety car has come out. Not the virtual safety car, sorry, the full safety car has come out. And that is an absolute nightmare for me. Starting things off though, just backtracking a little bit. So the 3-second time penalty, because I think I've kept this whole clip in. The 3-second time penalty that I got for the track extension, I actually went back through my footage and had a look where I went wide off the circuit. So I went off the circuit twice at turns 1 and 2. And then I went off the circuit once on that last corner. But of course, why does the game not show it to me is annoying. Now, I actually had a look at it again on the footage. 2 of the track extensions on lap 1 were fully fair. The first one that I had though, I took the hit from the Haas and there was nothing that I could do. So that track extension warning got removed. So technically the 3-second time penalty is not into play. But we're coming into the pits now here. And this is just bad news for us. Because unfortunately, as you can see, Hazard has to make his pit stop and we have to stack. What makes it even worse is that Hazard has got to change his front wing. What makes it even worse is that he's now gone. What makes it even worse is now we're having to wait. What makes it even worse is these freaking mechanics don't want to start doing work. What makes it even worse is that we are now literally doing Mercedes-Benz in Germany in 2019. We have been in the pits for 38 seconds. Absolutely amazing. What an absolutely brilliant pit stop, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, obviously, it's not Hazard's fault that, you know, he's coming to the pits. He's my teammate, and he had track position against me. As simple as that. Go back to China earlier this season when I threw it away thanks to the game. I'm still blaming the game, by the way. Go back to the Chinese Grand Prix in that round. You know, Hazard had to stack behind me. What's the frustrating thing is we get a stupid track extension warning there. Like, I don't know why I did that. But what made it so much more frustrating is that I was at the phase when my medium compound tyres... Oh, there's another one. My medium compound tyres is wavy knife here, struggling a little bit, but we're going a little bit wide now for good measure there, and getting very close to making it 3 track extension warnings in 3 corners, but we get away with it. But yeah, what was making it worse is that we were on the medium compound tyres, and the crossover was in play, so... You know, we were actually faster than those on the softs who had to go a little bit longer. But now Wavy Knife here goes defensive to the inside line here. We're going to take the outside line. He's actually got good straight line speed here. But we are going to be able to pull away from him and just about make it through. But we'll have to double check here as we go in towards this corner. But luckily for me, I don't understand how to brake normally for the corner. And it's always late. So actually helps me in that situation here. But yeah, it's just, at the moment, this race is just not going well, because now we're on the soft compound tyres. Yes, everyone else is on the medium compound tyres, but we're having to go a lot longer on the soft compound tyres. Remember, we pitted on lap 4, on the start of lap 5 for these tyres. I really wanted pit on the start of lap 8 for these tyres. So we've had to do 3 to 4 laps more, which doesn't sound like a lot, but in a 25% race, it's definitely a lot. As we're going to go down the inside here of Bacon Boys, who suddenly decides that his mirrors are clearly being fogged up by all the sweat, because he just decided he didn't want to see me there, and made contact me into the chicane. Bounced over the second part of the chicane. I managed to switch back past him. Sam also managed to switch back past him, which was absolutely fair enough for him. Now, as you can see, though, on to lap 10 of the Grand Prix. We're doing everything we can to just try and make up for the deficit, to be honest, and I'll explain it at the end. Literally everything that could go wrong in a race has gone wrong for us today, and we're just trying to just damage limitation. At the end of the day, you know, all I've asked for from Sub Championship is to just have some clean racing and stuff like this. Like, obviously, in the heat of the moment, you're going to get annoyed no matter what, even if you're not intending on sweating your face off here, as the wingman tries to do his best to defend the position here, but we're going to go around the outside here. Completely missed my braking zone as per usual, but it's absolutely fine because it pays off for us. But as you can see, now got a 2-second gap pretty much to try and close to Callisto, but unfortunately it wasn't enough. I gave it my best, but the timing of the safety car was absolutely brilliant for those on the soft compound tyres. It was awful for me, so at the end of this stint here, my tyres are absolutely shot at this point. They're done for. And we have got ourselves 6 seconds worth of time penalties. As we cross the start-finish line now, it is going to be P5. It will then drop to P6, but then we'll drop back up. We'll go back up to P5, sorry, and I'll explain that in just a second. So as you can see, we finished on the road in P6. So basically, after going back through all of the footages of, everyone's incidents, there was a couple of people that got time penalties and stuff removed, etc. I had 6 warnings in total, which accumulates to 6 seconds worth of time penalties. In the end, however, the one warning that I had at the start, where I literally had got contact and was forced off the circuit, basically, that specific warning, which I basically checked on the entirety of the first lap when I went all 4 wheels off the track. And it was in 3 occasions, so it was there. Then there was another piece then just towards turn 2, and then the one in the second to last corner. So the very first warning that I got was removed, which means I dropped to 5 warnings, meaning I only take 3 seconds worth of time penalties, not the actual 6. But as you can see then, we're going to go and have a look now and see where everybody finished. On track, obviously, not taking into account people's penalties and removals and etc. But as you can see, it was Robin that won the Grand Prix. He started on pole and he led the whole thing. Fair play to Hayden though, actually. This guy started last and finished 2nd place, so credit where credit's due. Callisto, once again, finishes in P3. I don't even think he's finished outside the top 4 yet, but, well, I mean, we'll find out. No, in Austria, he finished in P6, so I take all of that back. But as you can see then, Robin does now lead the championship, finally. Took him long enough. He's now on 85 points. We're on 78 points, so we've still got a lot of points so far this season, which is cool. Hayden is up to 3rd in the championship on 65 points with Callisto on 62, and then Hazza is on 58 points with Wingman on 41. Then we've got Sam on 29 points with Azzy on 25. In fact, he's only turned up for 1 race, so I should probably give that McLaren seat to somebody else. Zombie is on 16 points, followed by Resonate, again, who only turned up for 1 race, so I need to give the 2 McLaren seats away to some people. Lion is in next up. He actually got his first, no, he didn't get his first points of the season. He's on 9 points. The rest you can see. Racing Point lead the championship in the constructors with 136 points, with AlphaTauri on 114. Then it's Ferrari on 66, Mercedes with 65, Alfa Romeo are on 43, and then McLaren 35, Red Bull 17, Renault's 13, Williams 7, and Haas 5. But that is it for Subscriber Championship for round number 5 of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Next time around is going to be the Belgian Grand Prix. There is a week's break for Sub-Champ as I try and get through the middle of a house move. So videos are going to be very, very slim throughout all of next week and maybe the week after as well, while I just get everything done. But apart from that, yeah, this race, like I said, it's just one of those, the start wasn't very good, for an example. That time penalty was a bit meh, but it didn't really, cost me too badly in the race. Then, of course, we were if you think about it, we caught and passed Callisto, we were catching Hazza, and he would have had to have changed his front wing anyway. So if you take into account their pit stops, maybe Callisto and Hayden would have jumped me, but then we would have had fresher soft tyres, and they wouldn't have actually degraded. Yes, we were behind the safety car, but we still, lost a lot of crucial amount of time on those soft tyres. So all things considered, we probably could have got ourselves a P3, potentially a P2, had all of the things panned out our way, but nothing did. So we came our way with what we got. But hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, and I will see you guys for the next round, the Belgian Grand Prix, in a couple of weeks' time. Take care all. Peace.